Why do you have a website? What's your website's purpose, its reason for being? Why does it exist? I'm really asking. It takes time, money, work, environmental resources just to have a website. If you don't have a clear sense of your website's purpose that's rooted in your audience's needs, you're missing a huge opportunity to connect with your people and to mutually benefit from your website. And you can also probably tell you're breaking my heart. Look to your audiences. They are the key to shaping your site into a valuable, user-friendly resource that also supports your goals. I'm Lindsay Markle, and I'm going to show you why this is important and how we at Pixo get a better understanding of your audience's needs and how to prioritize those groups on your site. When most people set up a website for their organization, they write about themselves the way that they talk about themselves. They set up sections and menus using groupings that they're familiar with, like departments or services or focus areas. And then they look at their website about a topic they already know, written in jargon they understand, and they think, wow, what a useful and clear website. It's really hard not to do this. And the best case scenario at that point is that your audiences speak up. When folks come to us at Pixo and they say, people are telling us they can't find anything on our site, it's guaranteed that they need to dive into their audiences. This is a hard truth for most people, but when someone visits your website, they're not there to admire your brand. They're there because they're trying to answer a question. They're trying to make a decision and they need information. This could be a big decision like applying to a program that could be life-changing, or a smaller decision like ordering a pizza for dinner. Not that small, but you know. The point is they're there to get information that fulfills a need that they're currently having. And they want to know right away that they're in the right place and that they can find what they need on your site. Your website's job is to make it clear to your site visitors, am I in the right place? Can I get what I need here? They make a determination using what they see on the site. Of course, the words on the page and in the menus, the visual design, the imagery. They take all of this as clues to answer these questions. This isn't a conscious process, but we all do it. So when people come to your site and they see dense paragraphs of information about you, acronyms, jargon, they think, this isn't for me, no and no. They leave your site and they might have a negative impression of you, not what we want. But when people arrive at your site and they understand what information is available to them, how to navigate it, and what actions they can get what they need. This helps them and it reflects really well on you. So we use tools like audience workshops to help figure out your users' needs and align them with your goals. First, we would brainstorm together, thinking of all the audience groups who might visit the site, who visit now, or who you hope might visit in the future. Then we would walk through these questions. What does this group need to learn from the site? What are their informational needs? What does this group need to do on the site? This is an action that they need to take where they're reaching out. They click a button and it signs them up for a newsletter, or it contacts you, or it applies to whatever. What other communication channels exist for this group? Do they rely solely on the website to get information from you and communicate with you? Or do you have a lot of ways to communicate with this group? And finally, last but certainly not least, how do this group's actions fit into your organization's goals? Once you know what information and actions your various audiences need, then you can use the information in those last two post-its to help prioritize those audiences for your site. In order to strategically think about the content on your site and what to pour your resources into, we would think about creating content for primary audiences first and foremost and focusing on that. And so taking those audience groups that we brainstormed previously, we would use that information to categorize those groups into priorities: primary, secondary, and tertiary. I want to say most content serves multiple groups, but just focusing on the primary audiences first really helps your site be a clear and usable resource for those groups. So primary audiences, I would say you can have one, two, maybe three groups per category. Let's not go crazy here. For primary audiences, these are groups who rely on the website most. They need specific content tailored to them, and they are crucial to your strategic goals. Secondary audiences, they need specific content as well, tailored to them, but they rely on the website less for information and/or they're less crucial to your strategic goals. And tertiary audiences, we know them, we acknowledge them, we love them, and they will have their needs met on your website by content created for primary, first and foremost, and secondary audiences. If you want to learn more about this or go into detail about how to strategize content based on those audience groups and those priorities, of course, Pixo is here to help. You can visit pixotech.com to get in touch with us or just email Danielle. Look at her. She's so friendly. Thank you so much.